welcome back to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. I'm super excited to get into today's video because today we're doing a pick a card. This is what you do. Think about a person and I'm going to deliver that person's message to you. So set your intention, think about a person and ask, what is their message to me? And that is exactly what I'm going to deliver today. So my Etsy shop is linked in the description below. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. Other than that, pause the video if you need more time with, the piles, but we're going to jump in. We have group 1 with the white stone. We're going to be using the Cat Tarot for group 1. Group 2 with the green stone, we're using the Arcanum Tarot for group 2. Group 3 with the pink stone, we're going to be using the Animal Totem Tarot for group 3. And group 4 with the purplish blue stone, and we're going to be using the Crystal Visions Tarot for group 4. So like I said, take as much time with you that you need, with the piles, but we're just gonna get started. All right, if you chose group 1 with the Cat Tarot and the white crystal, this is your reading. Think about a person, set your intention for that person now. This is a love reading, a romance reading, by the way. So we're gonna be getting romance messages. Probably should have said that in the intro, but here we are. Spirit, this is for group 1. What messages does the person on their mind have for them? Group 1. I got a lot to say is what I just heard. Okay. Well, let's see it. Oof. Man, this really, honestly, I feel like you would be shocked, or maybe you wouldn't be, to know that this person can be quite insecure. Yeah, we got this twice, so the reiteration of it all is kind of crazy. Okay, so there's so much going on everywhere. First of all, I keep a lot hidden from you out of fear. I'm the thief scheming to steal your heart. And sometimes I can be quite insecure, so I can come off as a bit possessive. This, to me, reads as a person who's kind of all over the place and trying any method that they possibly can to gain control. We also have, I spend money on you to win your favor and get what I want. So this person may ghost you and then pop up out of nowhere, and all of a sudden they want to take you on a date and show up as like Prince Charming or whoever to try to, appear as if they have everything that you're looking for. And like, this person really likes, surprisingly, this person gets mad or offended or jealous, and then they kind of like ghost, and they come back and they sweep everything under the rug, and they like come back with this super jovial attitude that can probably be like scary to a degree, because it's like something is not matching up. Like, what I'm getting from you energetically, what I feel from you energetically is not matching up to what you're saying right now, or how you're trying to, come back and kind of woo me as if like nothing has happened between the two of us. There's an energy of this person not wanting to admit like how much of an effect you have on them, but also like when they're upset, like they get jealous and then they like ghost, or they do something to hurt you, somehow, some way they get their lick back. Sometimes they come in and they try to spend money on you, or they buy you something, or they take you on dates, they try to treat you. They also may try to spend money on themselves, and it's like they have to see you whenever they're wearing a new outfit. Like, they have to see you, or a new watch or new shoes or new whatever. Like, they have to see you because they're so kind of obsessed with the way that you perceive them and how you view them. And when you view them, I have to put some lotion on, my hands are dry. When you view them in a positive light, that makes them feel positive about themselves, and that makes them feel like on top of the world. It's very interesting, like the energy here. something in your eyes just takes me away. I get lost in your deep gaze. OMG. If you guys have ever spent time alone with each other, like at someone's house or on a date where it was kind of cozy, you may notice that this person has this look in their eyes that can be very intense, and it seems like they have a whole bunch to say. They may even do that kind of annoying thing where it's like, I'm taking off my coat too, it's hot. They may even do that annoying thing where it's like they start their sentence and then they're like, oh, nothing, you know, like this person is so, it's giving scorpionic, honestly. It's giving scorpionic energy. Like a lot of people like have the opposite almost view of scorpionic energy. Like they feel like it's, you know, mysterious and it can be like this silent confidence, but Scorpios really do struggle with being awkward. It's something that I noticed. You cannot convince me any differently. And what they have working with them is the fact that their energy reeks power. So people receive that as, oh, this person is confident. But when you really get to know Scorpios or talk to them one-on-one, they can be like painfully hyper aware of themselves to the point where you can sense that they are micromanaging their own behavior and that they're uncomfortable or awkward. But anyways, it's just giving me scorpionic energy, like they may have a Scorpio rising or Venus. We have I chose something else over this connection and I realized I made a mistake. And then we have I chose someone else and I realized I made a terrible mistake. So this person may have jumped into a relationship just to get out of your control. And it's like, you're probably like, I wasn't controlling them. I literally didn't do anything. I was trying to work with them, build with them, understand them better, if anything, so I could better support them. And they just kind of ran away. I don't feel like this person is used to being supported emotionally. I don't feel like they're used to someone actually trying to slow down and say, I'm not going to judge you in this moment. I'm willing to take time to understand you. And that kind of, you know, freaked them out, to be honest. It's like, no, wait, there's nothing to understand, because if you try to understand them and you actually get to know them, well, that means that the reasons that they're awkward, it's totally real. Let's get some more messages from another deck. Spirit, show me the more lighter connections, or show me the other aspects of this person's message to them. This person could have chose to throw themselves into work. They could have chose to move to a different school, move to a different city to get out of your control of them. Because again, it's not like you're trying to control them, but you have control over them naturally because they're very attracted to you. And it's just giving like first crush energy, where it's like, okay, I have feelings for this person and it makes me feel vulnerable and it makes me feel out of control, so I'm just gonna run from this situation. This doesn't help either. We have, I keep seeing signs about you. So if this person is not a very spiritual or, you know, psychic person, they're not used to seeing signs and synchronicities, that's probably freaking them the hell out. Like, I keep seeing your name everywhere, or I keep getting signs and signals that you're significant to me, or that, you know, there's a reason that you're in my life. And it's like, usually for people who are open to like the spiritual aspect, that's something that's exciting, because it's like, ooh, a whole nother layer, you know, to this connection, a whole nother layer to what's going on here. But them, they're just like, it feels like the walls are closing in on them. Like, even the universe is speaking to me about this, like freaking them the hell out. They feel seen, but not in a good way, in a way where it makes them feel vulnerable, like you see straight through them. We have, I feel like this is true love. I've never met someone quite like you. And why do I have to make the first move? So there's an energy of them kind of feeling like, why don't you chase me back? Or why are you so confident? Why aren't you awkward and scared too? Like, they don't like this feeling of vulnerability. They feel so freaking vulnerable and they're not used to it and they don't like it. They would rather you be intimidated by them or you run away, give them a reason to justify, you know, not opening up, but it's kind of like you just don't do that. Don't ever doubt that you do it for me and I'm really into you. This person feels kind of guilty and bad that you may feel that they're not really attracted to you, or this is about you, like in a negative way. They feel bad for giving off that impression. They don't want you to feel like you guys aren't seeing eye to eye because of something that you're doing or because you're not their type, but they just keep running away. Like, seriously, this person is so truly awkward, and like I said, they may come across as confident, but they just aren't. Spirit, what can you tell me? I'm not going to take those. What can you tell me about this connection? How will it develop? What do they want? Wow. We have the King of Cups, but we have the Two of Cups in reverse. So they're ready for a relationship, but relationships require vulnerability. You have to share, you have to be open, and that's the part that they're not ready for. That's their biggest struggle, like being vulnerable to someone else. They have no problem being the savior of someone else's reality, someone else's story, you know, but they're not used to someone like having control over them. Like I said, you know, we got the Two of Cups in reverse and the King of Cups here. So it's like they're ready, but also I don't think they factored in everything else that comes with being in a relationship. It's kind of like going on a vacation and you paid for the hotel, you paid for your flight, but you don't have any money to spend. You know, like they got the bare bones, the foundation, but they're still going to require some wiggle room, you know, and they were not at all prepared for that. So they're kind of taken off guard. And it's crazy because we have the Queen of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles. So they may stir the pot. This person may stir the pot or pick arguments or start fights, because Queen of Swords in reverse is like, again, that energy of they don't have a reason to run away. You're not doing anything. You may be really keeping your cool. Like, you're not doing anything to give them a reason why they shouldn't move forward. Spirit, what do they want here? What will they do? Show me more. We have the Six of Wands and the Page of Cups. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So unfortunately, it's looking like a situation where Spirit is having to teach them versus them stepping up as the best version of themselves and kind of like moving into it, just going into the connection. The Page of Cups, you know, the cat's head in the toilet, and the Six of Wands is a card of, you know, success, soaring above the crowd, being taken care of, victory, all good things. And they're going about this connection in an immature kind of way. Knight of Pentacles in reverse is like, okay, I'm not putting my best foot forward. Page of Cups is just kind of like a spazzy type of energy, to be honest. It's like, I don't really know exactly what I'm doing. They come across as just very awkward and out of control. And I feel like some of you are just not into it, and you may even just start to ignore this person because it's just annoying. Like, I'm not going to deal with all this spazzy, weird energy. I've outgrown this. Like, I'm just bored. So we have the Five of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles in reverse, and the Nine of Wands. They have all the skills, but they're just not choosing to step. I'm getting a little bit of Aquarius energy, to be honest here. They have all the skills that they need, Nine of Wands, like all of the life experience, past dating experience, to be able to move forward in this connection in a mature way, but it's just they're choosing not to. And it just gives me Aquarius energy because, you know, people think that Aquarians are aloof, but they're not. They're the water bearer, so they can feel exactly what you feel. They know what you want from them, but it's just like, if Aquarius doesn't make that choice that that's what they're going to do, that they're going to conform to what works best for everyone, then you just don't get it, you know. But it's a choice they are consciously making. They're not aloof. No one is that confused in the world. And that's the energy that I get here. They're just choosing, like, to show up. I don't know. They're kind of fighting it to a degree, but choosing, you know, to just keep doing this random stuff. I don't even know how to explain this. I'm just like, what the hell is this energy? They're just awkward. They're literally just awkward. We have the Emperor. Ugh, awkward and stubborn. The Hermit. Four of Wands in reverse. Aw, look at them in their little baggie. I love cats so much. I love the cat tarot so much. This Hermit card is so freaking cute. Like, but we have the Hermit, Four of Wands in reverse, and the Emperor. So I just get an energy of this person hanging on to their control a little while longer. We have the Ten of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So it's like no one wins. No one can kind of move forward and eat in a situation like this. It's like we're all kind of just stuck. Let me see if there's anything that you can do to help this, and then I'll get more of their messages to you. Is there anything, Spirit, that Group 1 is being called to do or that they can do? We have what's your honest truth. So first of all, if you're off the table for this person, that's going to make them learn the lesson instantly. So Spirit's like, do you want to deal with this or no? Can you deal with this or no? Do you have the time, the energy to invest into a connection like this or into this situation? That's going to determine like what happens, because if you decide, you know what, this person's too immature, I'm not going to, it's frustrating me, irritating me, and I'm going home and feeling annoyed about my interaction with this person, I would rather cut it off. If you decide to cut it off, they're going to learn instantly, because they're going to lose access to you and you will no longer even be an option for them to do these silly games with. Because regardless of someone being at a point where they can choose to have something more, it's still not guaranteed. Because if you use your free will and you say, I'm no longer on the table with this person, this is not the experience that I want, then they will have to learn that the hard way. So Spirit's asking you to, first of all, decide what you want to do, because otherwise your frustration is just going to build and build and build. If you decide that you are going to work on it, for an example, you already know, okay, this person's a mess, but I've already decided that I'm going to, you know, move forward with them. So it'll be easier to allow their antics to roll off your back. You know what I'm saying? So the first thing that's going to help is just making a decision on what you want to do. We have the Spark of Hustle, so you do have the skills to, make the situation better. And that's so funny. We got Feed Your Artist. So you may have to be a little creative with this person. And again, you know, it just kind of depends, because we all have different skills. Like, for some of you, you're going to be like, nah, this feels like something that I'm just, at this point in my life, I don't feel like dealing with. For some of you, it's like, you know what? It's worth it. I really do feel strongly for this person. We have Cut the Cords of Doubt. Your past supports your future, manifesting and doing. So again, some of you have manifested this person in your life. And that's the thing about manifesting. Sometimes you meet people before they're completely in alignment or completely ready for you. So it's like, dang, now you're having to be a part of the process instead of dealing with a more like finished and ready person. But if this person were to learn this on their own, maybe you wouldn't have met them for another year. So that's where time can kind of be frustrating and complicated. But some of you have manifested this, and Spirit is like, okay, you did the spiritual, now this person's here. You know, manifesting and doing. What are you going to put into this situation? What are you going to do about it? Your past does support your future, so it is looking like you have the ability to bring things together and help this person. And cut the cords of doubt. Some of you, your main thing is you just want the confirmation that this won't all be in vain, because if you've helped someone else before and that person ended up, you know, going to be with, you know, someone else, then it's like, okay, I don't want to, or if it was this person, like, I don't want to build you up just for you to go be with someone else and I'm not reaping any of the rewards. Spirit is saying you're in alignment with this person. Once they get out of this energy, they are going to show up the way that you need them to. So cut the cords of doubt that this is going to end up like last time, and make your decision. But Spirit is kind of saying, like, know that if you do decide to invest the time, the energy into this situation, it will work out in your favor. I hid who I really am from you, and we got that from the first deck as well. I keep a lot hidden from you out of fear. They don't want you to know that you have so much control over them because they feel so strongly for you, but that's the honest truth. They may have sabotaged with words as well. It didn't really feel like it, but for a few of you, we have, I wish I could take back my words. So this person may have said something hurtful. Again, I hide behind material things. So this could be this person taking you on a date. This could be this person buying material things for them. Like everything is lining up with each other. Like buying material things for themselves so they can look better, so that you can perceive them as someone that you desire. You came closer than anyone. So again, it's like you are the peak. You're the highest, the most beneficial, strongest love connection this person has had this far. And at this point, you've come closer to getting them to choose that higher self and show up how they need to for a relationship to work than anyone else. And then we have, I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. So I feel like that's talking a little bit about the future energy, about how this person, once they look back in retrospect and see how loyal you were to the process and how willing you were to really work with them and to really help them, they're gonna have a lot of gratitude and appreciation for you, and you will be recognized for that. But right now you're kind of at this precipice where it's like, okay, what are you going to do? How do you want to play this? Because you can walk away and spirit will put another person in your path, and that will of course get them to learn the lesson. But there's also still something here. I don't feel like you guys have explored even a fraction of the actual spiritual connection, and I just saw 222 on the clock. So it's up to you how this kind of goes, but it could go either way. Either way, it's in your favor because you are the one being able to make the decision. So that's a good thing. And yeah, you guys, that is what I got for you. My Etsy is in the description if you'd like a private tarot reading. That is where you can find me. But that is what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. Alright, if you chose group 2 with the green stone, this is your reading. We're using the Arcanum Tarot for you guys today. Go ahead and set your intention now if you haven't already. Think about a person. This is a love reading, by the way. I didn't say that in the intro. This is a romance channel, but I didn't say it in the intro. So just to make that clear, we're doing a love reading today. So set your intention. And we'll get started. Spirit, this is for group 2 with the green stone. The person on their mind, their message to them for group 2. You know what? This is giving baddie energy a little bit, but I'll keep pulling. This is giving baddie energy, like you guys are a baddie or a very attractive person, a very desired person. And it feels like they're having a little bit of internal conflict showing up the way that you need them to. Like with you guys, I don't get a bare minimum vibe, like you accept the bare minimum or you don't have any expectation. It's just kind of free, like woo, whatever, see how it goes. I feel like baddie energy or grown woman energy, grown man energy, like mature energy, or you have expectations like this is what I'm looking for, this is what I require. Let's just start here. Let me take the lead to build the sorry, I can't talk today, to bridge the gap between us two. And I want to take off my mask and show you the real me. So there's an energy here of them wanting to be more open and honest with you. Also an energy here of them wanting to take the lead. That may be something that you require or something that you expect out of anyone who wants to date you, and they want to be that person for you. So they're kind of, I don't know, for some of you, I do feel a little bit of an energy where this person is kind of confused, because it feels like sometimes you really dominate or take the lead, but you want like someone who's really in their masculine energy, and they feel kind of like, how can I be in my masculine energy if you're in your masculine energy? So it's kind of like both of you would have to disarm at the same time and their opinion for it to work, because if they're trying to stand up in their masculine energy but you're in your masculine energy, it's just like, okay, what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? I want to build something long-term with you. And I want to keep this monogamous. This is just between us. So I feel like an energy where you guys may have a best friend, or you may talk a lot to your mom or someone close to you. You may have had like someone write a text for you to this person at some point as well, because they can feel like someone else's tone or someone else's energy affecting your situation. Almost like, you know, there's something here that's a little bit inauthentic, something that's not exactly clicking. Like, I just get this internal dialogue from them, like, they did not write this. This, like, where is all of this coming from? They're not even like this. Since when does that even matter to them? Like, it could be social media. Maybe you're watching a certain kind of content and now it's kind of changing what you require. And if this person met you when you were different, they're having a hard time keeping up. We have, I can't help being immature. I have childhood wounds that make me act this way. And I was naive before, but I know which mistakes not to repeat. So I feel like they're self-aware at this point. They know that they've made mistakes. They know that they have probably handled the situation in an immature way, or, you know, they've shown up as a version of themselves that they wouldn't want to be your final view of them. Like, they kind of want to make up for some of the things that they've done in the past. This is what really gives me the baddie or mature energy from you guys. It says, if I support you, you have to support me and follow what I say. So it's like, okay, you're a baddie, fine. If you're gonna wear whatever, if you're gonna do whatever, if you're gonna, you know, live like a city girl, city boy, I can support that, I can accept that, but you also then have to do things to make me feel more secure. Or, okay, if you want, you know, your bills paid, or if you want, you know, me to cook and clean, whatever the norm is, or whatever the life is that you want to have with a partner, you also have to then conform to what I want. So it just kind of feels like a power struggle. It feels like two people who want two different things. I'm also getting an energy of someone learning while they're moving forward with this person in the connection. So it's like tricky, because there's like seemingly like a new rule or expectation every day. And in the beginning, you may have like tried to play it chill because you just didn't know. You didn't know them yet. You didn't know if that was going to be, you didn't know what the rules were going to be with them, because you didn't even know if you wanted them in your life moving forward. But now they're just feeling like, damn, it's always something. Am I waiting for you in vain? How long must I wait? I feel so nervous around you. I can't seem to pull myself together. This person may have a really bad case of like word vomit. Like, they may just blurt out the most random and like even annoying things when they're around you. It's like they kind of lose control of their faculties, because you really do make them nervous. Like, your pressure, group 2, your pressure. It's like they try to do what, like, they come in with a more positive attitude, and you say one thing that makes them uncomfortable, and you can like see the switch with this person, how they switch into a whole nother energy. They try to make it seem like they're this positive person, they're coming through with a like a light attitude, but you can tell like they are so easily freaking triggered. And also they feel like they're waiting for you to match their energy. They're waiting for you to get in alignment with them, and it just feels like they're waiting forever. We have, I'm sorry I chose someone else over this connection, and I feel stressed when I'm around you. It's just too much. So if this person started to entertain other people, it's definitely because they didn't feel the connection with you going anywhere. Let's see what else is going on in their head. Spirit, group 2, their message to them. This is honestly turning out to be more of like the secret, you know, feelings in their head type of reading, because I don't feel like they would necessarily want you to know all of these things. Spirit, what can you tell me for group 2? Let's just lay it all out there. So they want to communicate. They want to get things straight. They want to get on the same page with you. They want to figure it out. Ultimately, they're frustrated. They don't like feeling uncomfortable. They don't like feeling like, and you may be feeling that too. Like if you guys have had an argument or a conversation and it kind of ended like open-ended, where it's like, okay, we don't have any resolution, we haven't figured out what we're gonna do, like that makes them uncomfortable as hell, and I'm sure it makes you uncomfortable as well. We have you're so cute. This person is so annoying. It's like one end they're focused on how you look, one moment they're like, you know, flirting with you, and the next moment they're frustrated, and you can see like their true character, their true colors. This person gets triggered. This person likes to pretend like they're unbothered, but they get triggered, and you can tell by how they, when you first see them, it's like they're in a good mood, whatever, and then it's just like they start to get in their own head. The day goes on, the time goes on, and you can see their mood change, or, you know, you say one thing, even if it's a joke, and they just take it so personally, or they want you to confirm something for them that they know is true, but it's like, you already know that about yourself. Why do I have to be the bad guy and say it? You know, I don't know, like, it's like you guys are, you know, having playful conversation, and they're like, you probably think I'm psycho, don't you? And you're like, you are low key. Next thing they're mad. You knew you were psycho. That's why you brought it up. Like, that's not fair to put that on me. Like, you probably think I'm crazy, and you're like, yeah, you are. And now they're mad. Wow. We have you're so cute, don't ever doubt that you do it for me, and I'm about to admit my feelings. I feel that energy pretty accurately, because at this point, this person does want to get out of this energy. I'm telling you, like, having this sit on their conscious, not feeling like you guys have a resolution or a clear understanding of where you're going from here, what you're doing, it is frustrating to them, and it's very like, it's very uncomfortable. They don't want to sit in this energy forever, so they don't want you to think that they're not attracted to you. They are attracted to you. They think that you're cute, and you do it for them, but at the same time, it's like you very much so trigger them, so they're torn. Everything about you intrigues me. You may live life differently than them as well, and they want to get like on your program or on your schedule. Like, you may be very ritualistic. You may have like, okay, on Sundays, this is what I do. This is my routine. You have a gym, you have a meal prep. Like, they want that. They crave that organization, or they crave that, like, the way that you do life, whatever way you do it. That's just an example. You could do it totally opposite, and they want to, like, they want to do that as well. They feel like you're someone who would be, they feel like they kind of need you in a way where it's like, yeah, that's what I need. Someone who doesn't take life too seriously, or someone who's more organized, or someone who does this, someone who practices that. I just heard Tantra. Some of you guys may be into Tantra or chakra healing specifically, and they're like, oh, I want to get into that. You know, that's something that I've always wanted to do. So Spirit, what else can you tell me about this connection? What can you tell me? What will happen, or what do they want here? We have the Four of Cups and the Judgment card, so they're not jumping to make this situation better, if I'm being honest. Like, they are... I'm hearing we need a resolution by Elia. Ace of Pentacles, Six of Cups. You may remind them of someone of their past, but also you kind of like, it's uncomfortable because, you know, as a kid, see, as an adult, like, I'm like, shit, I would give anything to go back to as a kid and just be taken care of. Like, it's worth it. But like, when you're, you know, like growing up, it's like you just want to be grown so fast until life hits and you have all the responsibility. So it's like, there's so much value here, but they're going to have to be open and vulnerable and kind of childlike to fully experience it, because you're co-creating something together. So there's a lot of value, but it would kind of force, they would have to return back to an older state of being, like when they were a kid, more open to allowing their cup to be filled, allowing themselves to be taken care of. And that may be the part that's hard for them to do, because now that they have control and they've broken free from being parented and, you know, having things like taken care of for them, it's like hard to go back to that, but that's life. Like the pendulum swings, you know, we're all gonna get old one day and need people to help us, to take care of us. So it's something you're gonna have to accept, you know, throughout your life. And I just feel like they're kind of struggling with it. Four of Cups, Judgment in reverse. If you leave it to them, honestly, I don't feel like best case scenario will occur, because they're kind of already accepting defeat with that Four of Cups energy. Like everything's bad. It's almost like they're going into like that, you know, that pocket that some people go into where it's like, okay, something bad happens. I get like this too. Like when I cry, I can't just cry about what's on my plate at the time or what really frustrated me. I got to think about everything that's happened since the last time I cried and cry about all that stuff too, you know? And that's how it feels like with this person, where it's like, the situation is frustrating and this and that. And they're just like tacking other things onto it to where it's like, okay, it's really not even that deep. You're going a little overboard with it. We have the Eight of Cups in reverse and the Two of Cups. So at the same time, they're not letting you go. And they do feel like you're in their life for a reason. And that kind of frustrates them as well, because it feels like out of their control. It's not just like you're someone that they feel attracted to and someone that they want to be with, someone that they've met randomly. It's also like the feeling of, I know Spirit, God, the divine put this person in my life to help me grow. And that's frustrating, because that just kind of insinuates that I need help. This person is like that. Like seriously, maybe you're not surprised, but they get so in their head and they just, everything just snowballs for them. We have the Four of Swords and the Eight of Wands in reverse. So this is good. This is a moment of reflection, a moment of clarity. And if you can find them in this pocket of clarity and slowing down, I think that would be a really good space. A really good space to have the conversation. This is how I see it going. This person is going to have a moment where they just kind of slow down and they really take some time to think. They'll be in a good mood after that. Once you see that they're in a good mood, take that time to be vulnerable. Kind of catch them off guard and initiate it first. Like, listen, oh, you're in a good mood today. Okay, you guys are having a good time. You know what? I got to say something. This has been on my mind for a while. Like, you know, to be honest, I really like you. And, you know, I just feel like we're like each other, you know, we like each other and we're alike in a lot of ways, but also like, I don't know, I feel like the situation is tricky and we haven't been seeing eye to eye. And honestly, I just want to move past it, because I don't like going home and thinking about this and being frustrated about this. I would rather just like actually, I don't know, have fun in our connection, you know, actually get to like, you know, experience it versus like always getting into this pocket where we're frustrated and now we're arguing or now things are awkward. Like, I want to move forward. Like, just really put the ball in their court, lay it all out there on your end. And I feel like that'll be a very positive shift, shifting moment in this connection. Queen of Swords in reverse, coming across as like disarmed, not trying to hurt them, not trying to control things, but to truly move on. You've done things, I've done things, but Ten of Swords, let's leave that in the past. Strength card, let's literally move forward. We have the ability to get over it. Let's just choose to get over it, you know? And like, because there's no point, like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who started it. It doesn't matter who's more wrong. It doesn't matter. There's no point to bring up like, you had the opportunity to do this and you didn't do it, so that's why I did this. Like, let's just not play the blame game. Let's just lay it all out there so that we can move forward. Because at this point, like, again, you'll go home and be frustrated about the day you had with this person or how things shifted and they were good and then they went negative and bad. And it's like Nine of Wands in reverse, Ten of Wands in reverse. If you keep going over the past, you're just going to stay there. Like, it's never going to get better. They may admit what they've done, but then it's going to be like, okay, I'm mad now that you keep bringing it up. And some way, somehow, it's just going to turn out to be just another problem. And it's like, we just need to let this go. We have the Ten of Pentacles, so I feel like both of you guys have a lot to offer each other, and it's just a matter of Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay, let me just pour into this person for a little bit. let me just give them a little, you know, a little grace, a little understanding, so we can move the hell forward, because otherwise we're both going to be frustrated. Spirit, show me more of their thoughts, final thoughts from group 2's person. We have the timing just wasn't right for us, and I hid who I really am from you. So tapping into this person, I feel like they were tempted, but you haven't even really seen, like, you haven't even really seen who this person really is. You are the best thing in my life, and you came closer than anyone. So there's an energy of them really wanting to kind of change and be more open. And they feel like if anyone would have been worth it to do that with, it would have been you. But you see them, you know, they can't hide, they can't like stir the pot and hide their hands, because you're so consciously aware of their actions and what they're doing, and able to read between the lines and read the energetics of the situation, that they can't get away with anything. Now here's a truth bomb at the end of the reading. This is a surprise. It doesn't even want to focus, which is symbolic in itself. We both know I am not the one for you. So honestly, you may know that this person is immature, and that yes, you can have a good relationship with this person. Oh, it's not focusing. But it may take like quite the sacrifice. You know, and I saw that with the Knight of Cups in reverse, because I'm like, some of the stuff in this spread, this wouldn't be exactly fair for them to give this person even more grace, because I feel like they've already done that. So I could see that being true 100%. Like, this isn't the best person that you could settle down with, but you can still have a happy relationship with this person. So I guess the biggest thing would be to just decide, do you feel like it's worth it? Because it would be settling to a degree because of where you guys are, like in life or emotionally, intelligence-wise, and maybe more of a sacrifice for you than them. You know, they may win and be up from the situation, whereas you're giving a whole lot, you know? So, like I said, truth bomb at the end of the reading. I wish it came out sooner so we could have, like, you know, dove into that. But that's what I got. My Etsy is below if you want a private tarot reading. That is where you can find me. And that's what I have for you guys today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 3 with the pink crystal, this is your reading using the Animal Totem Tarot for you guys today. Make sure you take some time to set intention. Think about a person. This is a love reading, by the way. I didn't say that in the intro, but this isn't like for family or something. This is a love reading. The person on your mind. What is their message to you, Spirit? This is for group 3 with the pink stone. What is their message to group 3? Tapping it right away, it feels like this person can sense a little impatience with you, or like your patience is kind of running low with them. There's an energy of you not really being as amused by this person, and they can tell. It kind of feels like they may have messed up and you've forgiven them or moved past it, but it has created a change in how you genuinely feel about them. There's an energy of you being disappointed with this person or bored, but also clinging to them. Yeah, look at this, because this is talking about 2 different things, and this is a thick deck. There's 102 cards in this deck. I don't know exactly the number, but we have spend the night with me. I want the full experience. So there's a lot of sexual tension between the 2 of you, and I'd like to explore you sexually. I hope you're down. And then we have Please let your guard down. Don't shut me out. I apologize if my behavior or actions confuse you. Get to know me better. So there's two different energies going on here. There's the side of them that wants to just scratch the itch and get the urge out of their system and explore something sexually with you. And there's the part of them that wants you to open up to them, but you don't open up like to a friends with benefits. You don't open up to a fling, a one-night stand, someone you just have like a sneaky link. You don't open up to that person. You open up like to your partner, or someone who's made a commitment, someone who's actually earned that part of you, earned that space, earned to hear your story and to know more about you and to have you open up to them. So it's like, I feel like this person, it's like as soon as you feel like you're making genuine progress with this person, they get nervous and they like cut the energy with like a sexual joke or just something stupid, something low vibrational or something surface level, something out of alignment with what you want. And also this person is getting a bit nervous that you're getting bored with them, getting a bit nervous that, I keep hearing that, can't you see that I'm getting bored, giving you every piece of me. It's like they could tell that you're getting bored and that you're over things always ending up going this direction when it seems like you guys are moving forward. Now you're moving back again, and now they're on the same old BS. And it's like, as soon as you make progress, they start testing the limits. You know, this person is a little immature. We do have, please be patient with me. I need more space and time to pull things together. So this person wants you to know that they are trying. They're in their head a lot. Like, they really get down on themselves for being so awkward and for saying certain things. Like, they'll think about the things that they've said and done and go home and like cringe about it, because it's just like, why did I say that? Why did I do that? Why can't I just be comfortable with the energy? Why can't I just chill? I don't know how to communicate well. I try though. So this person may just be, you know, crappy with communication. They may have grown up like in a small town or kind of nerdy, not with a lot of friends. They may have had a glow up after high school. And the reason that that matters so much is because high school, you have constantly a lot of people around you, entire school experience, the entire school age, and college. You have so many people around you always. If you, like, there's always something you can do. There's always something like someone you can connect with, a club you can join. There's so many opportunities to connect with other people and to make friends and to like grow and expand as a person and to connect with a community. After high school though, if someone has a glow up and they're used to always being more like introverted, and then they have this glow up, well, now people are treating them as if they're, you know, it's just different. It's this weird like pivot where it's like they're attracting the experiences that they've never had because no one really gave them the time of day, you know. So I feel like this person like is a lot more attractive than they used to be. If you have them on social media, you could probably tell like, yeah, there's a difference between them like 5 years ago or however long, and a difference between them now. But also I feel like maybe you just really make this person nervous. You really intimidate them. There's just like this energy, almost like they're bothering you anytime they talk to you. They may come across as a lot like really childish to you because they internalize everything. Like, it really kind of hurts their feelings, to be honest. Like, when they talk to you and they say something because they're nervous and it's something a little cringy, but like you roll your eyes or your energy shifts, it's just like, I screwed up again. Open yourself to communicate with me. Let's get connected. So they want to talk to you more. If you guys don't have each other's numbers, they want to talk to you. They want to have your number. They want to communicate with you outside of social media, outside of work, outside of school, outside of wherever you know them. They want to feel like they can contact you more as well. Like if this is someone you know from a dating app or something like that, they want to feel more comfortable like reaching out to you. But it kind of seems like whenever the conversation goes like left, where they say something like, embarrassing or a little bit cringy, you completely disconnect and you may just stop replying, or your replies may get short. They can really feel your shifts in energy, and because they're so like self-conscious and hyper aware, it really messes with their head. Yeah, look at this. We have, I just need extra confirmation I'm not alone in this. And then we have flirt back. So there's this energy where it's like, I'm doing all the flirting and you're not even trying. Like, you don't even seem like you're interested. Are you even interested in me? I need some confirmation that I'm not alone in this, because at this point, I'm doubting whether or not you're even interested, because it seems like whenever I try to flirt with you, you just turn off. And again, maybe it's because you're looking for something more serious in your life, and if they're just coming through with this like childish energy, or they're just trying to flirt with you, it's like, I'm not going to entertain that, because that's not what I want. I don't need a flirtationship. I don't need a pen pal. I need someone who really knows, you know, what they're doing. I don't want to be in a relationship with someone who's immature. But I do feel like you give them, like, you still leave the door open. You give them just enough to keep trying. So I just saw 8:08 on the timer. You give them just enough to keep trying. So it's like, it just makes them feel bad, to be honest. I kind of feel bad for them. I really do. Because they're so painfully awkward. They can't even freaking help it. We have, I'm going to make you mine. And I don't know why I'm getting this download with the cheeseburger and the french fries. It's giving McDonald's. So you may be the kind of person where it's like, okay, I want to go on an expensive date. Like, if you want to take me out, the bill should be more than like 40 bucks, 50 bucks. Like, and they may have said, you know, I could take you to McDonald's, and they're just flirting and they're being cute with you, but you may have completely turned off and like been dead serious. Like, no. Where I'm not doing the McDonald's date, you're gonna have to find another broad. You're gonna have to find another person that's open to that and feeling that, because I'm not. It's like whenever they try to joke with you, you're just like dead serious. They feel like you're high maintenance. We have, I love our little moments together. So they're pleased by, you know, the short amount of time you guys get to spend together, or your little moments, but I just feel like you want more, and they're trying to show up as that person, but they also want to be comfortable. Like, this person is very uncomfortable in their skin. Again, I feel like this person has had a glow up later in life, because they're not used to someone even liking them, or they may not even be used to getting the attention of someone who looks as good as you do. And it's unfortunate that society runs that way, but it's just the truth. Like, even the algorithms on dating apps, you know, kind of set you up for failure, because you can have the best connection with someone, but it's not based on what you look like. But when you're swiping on apps, they'll be like, no more people in your area. And it's like, I know for a fact there's more people on this app in this area. They will flat out will not show you someone if you don't like appear, like the algorithm doesn't perceive you to be a certain like hotness level. It's only based on your look. So it's unfortunate, but let's not ignore the truth of what society is. This person has not gotten attention like this. And if you're someone who's like conventionally attractive, they don't know what they're doing. They have never had this experience. We have your magical. You may be a crystal girl, a spiritual girl. And when I say girl, boys included, it's GWORL, so boys included. You're magical, and I want to be more playful to you. With you, that doesn't at all surprise me. That's exactly what we were talking about before. Like, they feel like they're flirting. They feel like they're doing the most, and you're just not receptive at all to it. Like, if it's not exactly what you want, they feel like they can't even be in the running. But they're very attracted to you. They feel like you're magical. They feel like you're so pretty, like you're so alluring and powerful, and they feel your energy, and you know, they really do feel like they would be lucky to have you. But at the same time, there is this energy here of them kind of not really feeling like they're in alignment with you. We have, I want to ask you on a date. I'm falling for you, and like I said, I love our little moments together. But that's the thing. They don't feel like they have enough money or enough status. They don't feel like they can really take you on a date. They feel like you're kind of closed off to it, or you would want something specific that they don't have the ability to offer at this point. Spirit, what else can you tell me about this connection? The Lovers in reverse, Five of Wands in reverse. They kind of feel like, why bother a little bit? They feel like you're not open. But again, I feel like they just have to go about it the right way. We got the Six of Pentacles. So there is value that both of you can receive from the situation. With the Magician, exactly. The Magician is all about alchemy and manifestation. To create something that is no longer there, you can't just do what you want to do. You have to follow the recipe, follow the process of transmutation. And there's value that both of you can receive here, which is why you may seem to like keep the door open for them or be attracted to them naturally. You just keep the door open. You're not trying to like, you know, fool them or make them feel away. It's just like, I feel attracted to you too, but at the same time, I don't feel like you're where I need you to be in life for me to feel comfortable to surrender to you. I feel like both of you have your doubts with this connection with each other. Because again, they're trying to do their same old tricks instead of saying, okay, this is someone that I see as high value. I really need to put in different effort or energy into the situation so that I can get the outcome that I wish to have out of it. Instead of doing that, they're just trying their same old tricks or just being childish, not really being like thoughtful and thinking about this from a higher perspective of, okay, this is someone that I value, so let me do this instead. Because the sexual humor stuff, that would piss me off too. That turns me off so quick because it's just like, I know who I am, okay? And it takes a lot to get into this box, all right? This pot of gold, okay? And so that would turn me off immediately as well. So I feel you on that. If that's their main thing, they're just going to have to, listen, you either do what you need to do or you can't ride this ride. That's where we're at with it. So we have the Lovers in reverse and the Five of Wands in reverse. I feel like both of you have a reason to, stand your ground. Like, I can see the argument on both sides. On your sides, if they're being immature, they're trying to make everything sexual, of course you're not going to open up to this person because you don't feel safe to do that because they're not creating a mature, safe space for you, a conscious space for you. And I also feel on their end where it's like, at the same time, they're not at all used to this. They haven't dealt with someone who they've been attracted to as much as you, or unfortunately as pretty as you, you know, and it's unfortunate that that's even a factor or a thing, but it just is. You know, and so here we are. We have the Devil, the Empress in reverse. So you guys have damn near checked out. You're like, yeah, this isn't worth it. Well then, you know, you may have to close the door. Put them out of their misery, you know. Because they're just going to keep trying. We have the Devil card here, which the Devil is really about temptation, but the Devil does signal to, you know, danger and the potential to get lost in the sauce, the potential to have something happen that will negatively affect you due to the temptation of it all. So it's like you feel like that carnal energy and you like lean into this connection, but you're also at a point in your life where you have outgrown like the dealing with like the sexual jokes or just like the low vibrational behavior energy. You have outgrown helping people and walking people through every step of the way and being the person that is always teaching someone. You want someone to teach you. You want someone to give more to you. Nine of Cups in reverse. Honestly, you don't see this as an investment that's worth it because, and it just shows like if you did, you would, you know, you would lean into the connection, but ultimately, your heart of hearts is telling you not to, and it looks like you're following that. And Seven of Cups, again, you are conventionally attractive or someone who has a very magnetic aura energy, like you can attract a lover quickly. So, or you're just keeping your options open with the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is a card of having multiple options and knowing that, you know, if whatever in front of me doesn't work out, there will be another one. And we have the Ace of Swords that just came out. So I feel like, ooh, well, some of you have communicated. I would say it's worth it to do it one more time. Don't give them an ultimatum, but just tell them exactly what you're feeling, exactly what you need, and then allow for a natural consequence to take place. Yeah, Two of Wands, allow them to make their choice. Ace of Swords is about very straightforward communication. So I feel like if anything, something you can take away from the situation is it may be better just to communicate like what you're feeling to someone or what you're thinking. So like when the sexual jokes started, it's better to just nip it in the bud. And maybe you didn't before because you didn't want to seem aggressive, or you didn't want to come off as too controlling, or like a prude, or like you can't joke, but at the same time now it's kind of gotten out of control. So maybe the takeaway here is, okay, in the future I'm just gonna, when something makes me uncomfortable, I deserve to say that it makes me uncomfortable. And if someone perceives me a certain kind of way because I'm communicating my needs or my desires or how I like to be talked to, at the end of the day that is out of my control, so I might as well just say what's on my spirit. But Ace of Swords, you know, is about communication, and direct communication at that. So Spirit is saying directly communicate with this person in a way that doesn't give them an ultimatum like, you need to do this, otherwise I'm not going to talk to you anymore. But just tell them straight up, like, you know, this and this and this is what I don't like. I don't like the sexual jokes. I am interested, you know, so you may have to be vulnerable. Like, I am interested. I do feel called to you, but this is where I am in my life and this is what I need. Leave it open-ended just like that, because they're either going to show up and play the role and get in alignment, or, you know, if they don't show up, you're going to allow them to fall off. And ultimately that's their choice. So I feel like it's worth it. Yeah, we have the Judgment card, which is an opportunity. We have the Judgment card and the Seven of Swords in reverse. This will also give you the opportunity with that Seven of Swords in reverse not to feel guilty about the situation, because I don't feel like I'm telling you too much that you don't know. Besides the glow up thing, if you had never looked at their social media, or you never really, you know, got to know them on that level, or it could just be like, you know, their internal confidence within themselves. So maybe something that you just wouldn't know. But, you know, Seven of Swords in reverse is like, okay, this is off my hands. They ultimately have the final say to make the decision about what they want to do. I spoke my piece. I said what I require, and they'll either choose to or they won't. But Judgment card, they had the opportunity there. And again, like, you can't control outcomes. All you can control is what you give into the situation, your own communication. And at that point, they have to make the decision that's best for them. And they will either step up to the plate, or they won't. But that will give you an opportunity to where you don't have to feel guilty and constantly think about the situation and feel bad that you didn't give the person a chance that has the little confidence, whatever. You said spoke your piece. One more time, even if you've already had this conversation, literally like one more. And then after that point, it's really not on you. So yeah, that is what I got for you guys, group 3. Hopefully that can help to give you some actionables and some advice, some clarity, so you can, you know, finally get a handle on the situation and either wrap it up with a bow or move forward. So my Etsy is below if you want a private tarot reading. That is where you can find me. And that was your message today. I'll talk to you soon. Alright, if you chose group 4 with the purplish brown stone and the Crystal Visions Tarot, this is your reading. Make sure you take some time to set your intention. I didn't say it in the intro, but just to clarify, this is a love reading. So this isn't like, you know, for family or something like that. But make sure you take some time to set your intention. Because we're getting into the person on your mind, their messages to you. So Spirit, for group 4 with the purple stone, the person on their mind, what are their messages for group 4? Ooh. For group 4, Spirit. What is on their mind? Ooh. I feel like they get, like, you guys have a lot of like off and on type of energy. Like sometimes you have really good days, sometimes you have days that are so-so, sometimes you have bad days. And this person may be a little flippant in their energy. They seem to be just a moody person. We have, I feel so comfortable around you, I can be myself around you. And then we had, you intimidate me so much, you're out of my league. I thought there was another one that was, oh, yeah, I thought there was another one like that, but maybe it was this one. I feel so comfortable around you, I can be myself around you. You intimidate me so much, I idolize you so much, you're out of my league. So there's like mixed energy. Sometimes this person feels more intimidated by you and they may choose to just avoid you or avoid the connection. Like it feels very overwhelming to them some days. And then some days they're cool and you guys have really good banter and they feel really comfortable. But I feel like they kind of flip-flop between being intimidated and then also feeling very comfortable. It's interesting because the more that they get to know you, the more that they see like, holy cow, this is a true catch here. Like this is someone I would be lucky to be with. You have a lot to offer, a lot to bring to the table, and they know that. So I feel like it's like, dang, the more they get to know you, they're like, ooh, this may be a connection where you guys knew each other like years ago and then you've reconnected as well, because I'm picking up from one of you that you've grown a lot like as a person and you're not that same like, you know, kid anymore. So they're kind of like, whoa, I actually have to treat you with respect, or I actually have to put some respect on your name. Because, you know, you're not young little cute little innocent you anymore. Like you're an actual grown person that I really need to show up for. Now this is very interesting. We have, I'm cool with the secret affair if you're already with someone. I hope you feel the same for me the way I feel for you. And my feelings for you are currently of a sexual nature. So they may just be like, shoot, if you're already in a relationship with someone, or you don't know what you want, you just want to take things, you know, I don't know what you want, like let's just be F buddies then. They're really like, I am willing to take whatever you're willing to give to me. But some of you, ooh, that's a little messy. Like, you know, you may be in a relationship with someone, or I'm also picking up someone is away from school and you do have someone back home. That's an energy here, but they still, or maybe it's vice versa, you know, energy is fluid, so you can apply it to them. If this is like reading on their energy, they may have someone back home, so they're like, okay, well, I mean, I still feel very attracted to you. Would you be cool with maybe just like exploring the connection in that way? Interesting. We also have this one kind of out of left field. I spend money on you to get your favor, or sorry, to win your favor and get what I want. I'm also picking up that they may spend money on themselves, like in terms of what it is that they wear. They may spend money to get your attention. Like they may spend money on a new watch or an expensive haircut to get their hair dyed, whatever. Like they may spend money to get your attention, to win your favor, to appear like they're on your level, or to appear like they have what it is that you're looking for. Because like I said, they're a little intimidated by you, and the more that they get to know you, the more that they realize you're really a catch and someone they would be lucky to be with. So it's kind of like they have to step their game up. Like they can't just, this isn't a game, this is real life. Like you're not going to take the okie doke. You can't just, you know, come in on immature energy with nothing to offer and think, what, I'm gonna mother you, I'm gonna take care of you. So they may try to like, you know, keep up with you. Or I actually dated someone like that, where it was like we were talking and I was telling them I'm thinking about getting, it was like a while ago, I'm like thinking about getting the purple iPhone, da 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 da. Next thing you know, they got the model that I was looking for, but only they got it in red, and they weren't looking for a phone before I said something that I was gonna get it. But to appear like they had money, to appear like, you know, they were somehow on my level, as if that even matters, but, you know, to appear like we were on the same page, they ended up getting the same phone that I was trying to get, but only they got it in red. So it just kind of reminds me like that, like they're perceiving you, they're taking you as one kind of way, and they're trying to play this chess game, and it's like, I'm not even playing games, I'm just living life. And they're assuming like that there's something deeper going on here, and they're being so like tactful about it, and it's just unnecessary. So anyways, we have, I want to take off my mask and show you the real me. And I'm opening myself to communicate more with you. So you should expect more communication from this person. They know that it's kind of hit or miss, and they're over it too. Like if you're getting over it, they're over this like dodgy communication, or you guys not seeing eye to eye. One day the conversation is flowing, it's good. You guys are, you know, having this cute little banter with each other. One day it's like they're awkward, they're not saying anything to you, or they're acting like they're beefing with you. Like you guys have, you know, some sort of like bone to pick with each other. But they're opening themselves up more, and they're trying to be more genuine and just kind of vulnerable. We have, please be patient with me. I need more space and time to pull things together. A lot of this is mentally though, because I don't feel like, maybe you are, but I feel like they just misunderstood you. Like just because I'm talking to you doesn't mean that you have to spend money on me. But yeah, I do expect to be in a relationship where I'm getting taken care of in the future. You know what I mean? So there may be some wiggle room, and they're just trying to appear like they're already that person, really because they don't want to get rejected by you. But they may not actually be that person yet. And it's like, you're so emotionally intelligent and conscious of what it is that you're looking for, that if it's not real, you can see that or sense that already by now. This could just be their own assumption. Like if you look like a baddie, or if you look like you have a lot of money, they could, you know, assume that you do, or assume that you're interested in a certain look or a certain kind of person, when that may not be true. I'm conceited and have a big ego. I prefer people to chase and bow down to me. So they're not used to chasing someone else. They're not used to someone having this kind of control over them. Something in your eyes just takes me away. I can get lost in your deep gaze. Oh my God. So there's an energy of them being like so attracted to you and kind of mystified by you. Like you feel like magic to them. You feel like a nymph, you know, you feel like some otherworldly type of creature or being that they're not used to. And they're just trying to catch up or be in alignment. It's like you are in alignment, which is why you met. But they feel like they're not in alignment. They feel like there's more that they need to do to appeal to you or to be on your level. We also have, can we just hang out alone? So you guys may always see each other in groups. Wow. Can we just hang out alone? And let's just lay it out there. Yeah, there will be incoming communication from this person soon. And I'm expecting them to spill the beans. Like tapping into this energy is like, okay, I'm tired of the BS. I'm tired of the off and on, the, you know, and a lot of it they know, like, is on their part. They're tired of going home and cringing at how they behaved, or like how they embarrassed themselves, or whatever they said, or how they acted. So they're like, okay, let's just lay it all out there and be real with each other so we can get out of this energy, because I'm so tired of constantly going home and being like, damn, why did I say that? Or embarrassed about certain things. So they just want to move past that. We have, I miss your lips. Ooh, so y'all may have shared a kiss or some form of intimacy. Messy, messy. If you got somebody back home, maybe it's them, they do, but they miss you. Nobody else has my attention. I also get this energy where this person may pretend that they just have a flirty personality, or like they're the same with everybody, to kind of deflect that there is something more going on with you guys, especially if you're like in college and your college friends know that this person has a person back home, but it seems like you guys are always flirting or seeming to leave with each other, or this person is giving you a ride home, and like it's just like I feel like people are like We have, I've never met someone quite like you, and I want you and only you. So this person seems to be pretty sure of what it is that they want. And they do want you. They want to move forward with you, and they know that you guys are going to have to get out of that, you know, off and on, back and forth energy in order to actually be able to grow. So they know that you're special. Oh, wow. Whoa. So we have the Lovers card and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Pentacles is like planted seeds. It's like significant progress or a foundation that's already built somewhere else. So they're attracted to you and they feel like they met you for a reason. They feel like this is kind of divine intervention. Like you were put in their path specifically in some sort of spiritual way. But Seven of Pentacles in reverse is like, I would have to undo the progress that I have somewhere else with someone else. So apply it whatever way it goes. But it's crazy because if you're the person that's in a relationship or talking to someone else or have someone back home, whatever that means, like if you have something else going on with someone else, whether or not you know all the details or not, or they know all the details or not. Dang, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was saying, so like you may have like got into a relationship because you didn't want to be single anymore, not trusting the process. Like this is an energy of, you know, someone else would have come. You would have met this person or vice versa. They would have still met you. But they were so thirsty for security or to be with someone that or maybe it was just like they didn't want to end things that way. Like if it's giving first year in college or, you know, college, like hometown sweetheart, something like that, where it's like, it's giving an energy of, this is the person that I spent my high school career with, that, you know, they've always supported me at my games and vice versa. And everybody at the school knew that we were together and it was a thing. And we didn't want to be like everyone else and break up, or we didn't have the strength to break up. But now you still have to handle it. So it's like now another person is involved because you guys met. So now it's just even more messy. So we have the Sun in reverse and the Knight of Swords. It's like you're still not able to end the situation completely scot-free with like nothing on your hands. You're still having to address the elephant in the room, go through with the breakup now. Spirit, what else can you tell me about this? It does look like they're going to do it, but they're hesitating. They're avoiding it. And I feel like it's because you guys haven't gotten to know each other enough yet. But that's another thing that Spirit doesn't really like. Or like whenever we have this Saturnian energy with these karmic transits, you know, Saturn, these life lesson type of energies, like Spirit, when we're supposed to learn something, Spirit's really more like, you need to do what you need to do. There isn't a perfect way to do this. You can't just hang on and avoid it. Spirit also doesn't like us to make decisions based on, okay, we feel completely comfortable. It's like when it's time for us to learn a lesson, usually that's when we kind of feel abandoned, because Spirit kind of leaves us alone to just make our full decision without the confirmation, like, okay, this is worth it, or this person loves me back, or this is going to go here, so okay, I'll make the decision, you know? So it's a little bit tricky, but we do have the Strength card. It will happen eventually. The Hanged Man in reverse, though, they are avoiding it until Four of Pentacles in reverse. They grow stronger feelings for you. Like this is an energy of them trying to play cool or play coy and just maybe even explore just a sexual connection with you, to avoid the elephant in the room. Eventually it will come to that. Hopefully it's not by someone finding out. Yeah, Ace of Swords in reverse. You don't want to avoid that elephant in the room too long, because otherwise it's just going to end up a situation where it's like someone is really, really, really getting hurt because, all right, we didn't want to talk about it. You didn't want to address it directly. Now it's like, okay, consequences. Let me see if there's anything you can do or anything you're being called to do. Spirit, where does group 4 stand in all of this? What is their role here? Are they supposed to be doing something right now? Or is there anything they can do right now? What are they being called to do? What is their role here? fear serenity. Spirit is saying be at peace. And you know what's crazy? It's like aligning with the strength card with the lion head here. Spirit is like, this is not in your hands. You need to be at peace. You know what there is for you to do. Like if you're in a relationship with someone, you're going to have to cut that person off so you can be with this person. But you have to make your decision about whether or not you feel like this is worth losing that connection for now without the extra confirmation, because I have a feeling you're not going to get that. Or if this is on their end and they're talking to someone else, Spirit is like, listen, you need to be at peace at this time. This is out of your hands. This is either giving, it's out of your hands, or you know what you're supposed to do and it's just about doing it. Oh, I didn't even see that one flip over. One step ahead is all you need, and your past supports your future. Yeah, that's giving me that we met for a reason type of energy. So I can feel that here too. Like you definitely met for a reason. One step ahead is all you need does feel like this may be in your hands. But apply it whatever way it goes, Spirit. And don't doubt yourself and compromise yourself and your self-work and start to change too much for this person. Because here's the thing, with this person being avoidant, you may start to, like, instead of moving from a space of, I know what I'm doing and I am secure, you may start moving out of a space of just reacting to whatever they're doing. And if they're trying to avoid the elephant in the room or the breakup or whatever it is that they need to do, whatever way it applies, if they're trying to avoid that, they may, you know, come up with little distractions or, you know, do something to trigger you or start an argument. Don't allow them to do that, because that's going to cause you to get off of balance and start to move from a place of, okay, I'm just trying to like regain balance in the midst of all this chaos. We have magic happens when you most expect it, and you are epic. So Spirit is like, know who you are, know that you would be an amazing value to this person. Anyone would truly be lucky to have you, and don't jump into trying to correct or do things for them or make it so easy for them. Know who you are. Magic happens when you most expect it. Know that they will do what's on their heart, and whatever it is going to end in your best favor. Because there's an energy here of you guys kind of being off balance with all of their like antics, and their energy is just throwing you off, because it's like, I do care for this person, but Spirit is like, this is not your job to fix. Oh shoot, we have time to make a demonstration. So you guys, that's an energy of Spirit being like, okay, they can play, they can keep playing. But, and that's funny because I said Saturn, naturally I just felt like the Saturnian energy, and Saturn is the planet of karma. And when you give Saturn too much pushback, or when you delay things too long, that's when things start to happen for you. And usually things that start to happen for you versus like you taking the action and doing it is just so much worse, because it does not factor in the feeling. Saturnian energy is very get from point A to B, whatever way we have to do it. So it's not going to factor in, okay, let me do this in the way where nobody gets hurt. It's like, okay, we already had an opportunity for, you know, you to take responsibility for the situation so you can be uncomfortable, but not flat out have like things just go crazy. And if we're here to this point because they were delaying or you're delaying, time to make a demonstration. They may end up losing out on an opportunity to be with you, especially if someone else shows up to the plate fooling around. So they better get it together, child. That's what I got for you, group 4. My Etsy is in the description if you'd like a private tarot reading. That is where you can find me. But that is what I got for you guys today. I'll talk to you soon.